where I am with it, that I know that what we're doing is going to light the fire under somebody in one
Well,
place or another.
when you see that happen, would it be something that makes you say yes?
Yes,
Or
correct, correct, correct. And the example that I gave the last time we talked was the literature that I took to Barbados.
because
I
I was
wasn't.
curious. I was curious, like somebody's gonna steal your information and then they'll take all the credit and you'll never be part of it. But you were like, nah, I'm not worried
Uh-uh.
about that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that because remember, it's a vibe thing. It's a vibe thing. What kind of energy are you carrying? Because the things out there, they're huge. Everybody that sees them, they're like, "Wow, how do you do that?" I was like, "It's a vibe thing. What kind of vibe are you carrying?" So I'm not worried about those people because I know the type of energy that I'm carrying. I know the type of thoughts I'm carrying when it comes to sharing this knowledge and helping inspire my people, if you want to put it in those terms. I'm not worried about any of that because this is bigger than me.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
just
good
one of the
attitude to take.
I'm
That's a
just
good
one of the
attitude.
messengers. Yeah, this is way bigger than me. So I think if it's important for us to not get locked into the small picture and try to see the bigger picture, like how I said, they got us thinking about 5, 10, 15, 20 years when we need to be thinking about 100 years, 500 years, 1,000 years. So it's bigger than me. And there's always going to be, what do you call them, culture vultures or whatever you want to call them.
Culture
There's always going
vultures.
to be those people, but whatever, like, like they're the yin and yang of everything. There's the people that like us and the people that we don't even know them and they don't like us. So, oh well.
You know, you touch on something there, which I thought was interesting, and that is these people are thinking 5 and 10 years and 20 years, and we were thinking only 2 and 3 and 4, and max out at 5 years probably.
Right.
But I don't remember if you were there, but me and my brother Sean, we would often talk about this incident that happened one night. We were chilling, and it was like late at night, and we were
The
chilling.
lights,
On top-
the
The lights and
lights.
lights in the sky.
I Up to the other day, I was telling my woman about that thing. Just the other day, I was saying, "Hey, sister, check this out." I even pulled it up. They're like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Yeah, I was there."
And I'm thinking, I wonder if those were drones. You know, I don't know. I was like, were they drones? Because like they came and they disappeared, and we could not figure out what those lights were. But as I sit here in 2025, I'm thinking, were these people 20, 30 years ahead of us, and there were drones in the sky and just cruise across cruise across our island?
So, what I've been told about space exploration and technology and all of that, they are 500 years ahead of what they're showing us.
Hmm.
So, what they're showing us, they're 500 years ahead. The things that I've learned when I think about those lights, it could be drones. Another thought that I had, because I've had some experiences living on this land, very interesting, where parallel universes are passing next to each other like that. Because they said there's 11 different dimensions. They're all right angles of each other. That could have very well been the parallel universe that things were happening in, and it came so close to us where the frequencies were matching that we were able to see that.
Interesting.
I had this experience, and I'll share it with you because it trips me out. So, when my daughter was young, I saw her in preschool. I told her mom, "Hey, she's older than all those children." She's like, "Oh no, you're just saying that because it's your child. You're being biased." I'm like, "No, look at her. She's in there making her own play. She don't need nobody to make play. She's singing. all this stuff. One of the main grocery stores that I go to is in a place where there was an internment camp. You know what I'm saying? Where people were held in prison when America, like they're trying to do right now, rounds up all the people that don't look like them, that they think is going to do nonsense, and they throw them in prison, basically.
Oh, what's
So,
it called again?
an internment camp, basically, kind of like Auschwitz, like
Wow.
Hitler and all that craziness, kind of like that. But in this country, it has happened too,
Oh, that's crazy.
and nobody talks about it because they're all ashamed. So, there's a Japanese internment camp up the way from here. It's where the main health food store that I go to is there. One day I'm in there with my daughter, and she's young. I have her on my shoulders. She was still in my hands, you know. And I'm walking up to the hot bar. Right there, chilling out, trying to decide what to get. And I felt this hand touch me, like on my blind side, you know. And right away, my mind was going to judgment, because you know how people are when you see it with your child. Oh, it's so cute. Da, 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 da. There's always those people, and
Right.
nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with
Right.
that, right? And my mind was going to judgment, like, who's this person now? Just. And in that very next instance, something said, "Let go, let go." I turned around, brother, and it was this Italian, Spanish-looking grandma, can dress to the nines, like hair, not overly, but hair, clothes, everything, like just. And she said, "Look, I got something to tell you. Your daughter is hyper intelligent. Do not get frustrated with her when she goes from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. My daughter is a Gemini fire monkey, and these things we need to pay attention to. Chinese astrology, zodiac astrology, and life path numbers, because then we know who we're working with and we know who we're around. It doesn't mean everybody is that thing per se, but we'll see certain energies in these cosmic alignments." So we talking. She asked me our names. We told her, and I said, "So what's your name?" And she's like, "Jude." And she said, "I've been a principal for 50 years of my life, and that's how I know I can identify that young lady. I have never seen that lady before. I have never seen that lady afterwards."
Oh, wow. Where did she appear from?
In the grocery store, it gives, I got goosebumps like all here, right now. All here. And they call it truth bumps, like all here right now. In the grocery store that's in the spot of where the internment can't happen. And they say that when that happens, like in those places, there's portals. I swear, there's this book called Walking Between the Worlds between by Greg Braden, right? I swore that's what was going on, because I have never seen this lady before and I've never seen her afterwards.
Well, that's
And
crazy, man.
she turned around and walked back out the store. She didn't get no groceries or nothing. And for me, that was somebody, like the lights we were saying, where the two universes, the frequencies were matching up. So that's why I was able to have that interaction with that person. And Jude is the name of one of the saints, or I'm not big religious or anything, but that's one of the names.